Sharon Rose Master James Chung on stage for the road to success.
Atomy members and young members, everybody in one, good afternoon to all of you. This is the second time I stand before you all to share with a mask on. Am I hiding something? Maybe. But it's good I have a mask on because this afternoon I want to give you big chunks of information. Whoa, big chunks of information. Yes. Those of you who are very new, very young, you may choke on it because you have no teeth yet. Those of you who are very much older, you're very experienced in anatomy, you may also choke on it because your teeth may drop, you may choke because you don't have enough digestive enzymes. All right. So the warning, of course, figuratively, is that the information I give you, I trust you will take time to look at it and look at it with all your heart. Look at it with all your mind. Look at it with all your strength. All right. And then we will be able to have a better idea. What is this topic all about? This topic is about the road to success. It's not about my road to success. How many of us, all of us here, say you are already on the road to success? Put up your hands. The rest are not so confident. Not so confident. Confident. Thank you very much. Confident. Whether you are confident or not confident, that is not the main point. The point is you are, whether you feel it, whether you believe it, or whether you don't believe it, or whether you don't feel it, you don't think so, that doesn't change the fact that you are on the road to success the moment you are an Atomy member. You are. The moment you are an Atomy member and you have a chance, accumulate your points, you have a chance to introduce it to someone have a chance to participate in the same thing that you are doing, you are already on the road to success. Do you get the picture? You are already on it. So do not let your feelings, your thoughts, your beliefs change the facts of it all because the company is right here. The company is here. The systems are set in place. It's about the huge machinery for us. Now, I want to share with you the electricity you going on the machinery. Because when the power is hooked up and you turn on the switch, then it will start to work for you. The road to success. When I started out, I was first attracted to Hemohim. Can I have the animated version, please? The slides are not animated. Okay. I was first attracted to Hemohim. That was my first reason why I got involved with Atomy. I like the research. I like the background. I like the fact that it's herbal from the East, ready for the West. The research and the information are scientific enough to fight the concepts from the West. I like the idea that it is well-researched and there's so much more that you can talk about it. I also like the idea of the online shopping and training portal. It's not just an online shopping platform, but a training platform as well, so that you're able to understand how to use the products. You're able to now even download some of the information. I like the VOD, video on demand. That was what it was called previously. That the chairman talked about his vision, that Dr. Lee talks about his philosophy, giving us the idea how to do this well. I also like the fact that it is a principled practice. As you see what is being described in the management objectives, the purpose of the company, the direction. If you were to look at the left side where you are now, looking at the wall right now, you will see the foundation of the company as being speed and balance. So all these things I liked. All these things attracted me. And the most important thing that I was so attracted to has to do with the company motto. And when I thought about it, this is the road to success. All these combined together is the key to success. And the key to the road of your success is basically, and more this time. You have spirulina, you have MSM, you have so much more. The online shopping and training and more, because it also has your back office, it also has your downloadable PDF, it also has the commercialized product video that can help you. Now you have independent on its own so that you can host a lot more videos as you want it, as well as the print. No more. It doesn't. It stays that way because it is principle practice, and you don't change principles. Neither do you change. This is what we want to talk about today. The road to success. Your road to success. When I look back, my very first experience with me was at the Success Academy 2015 December when the chairman came. And I came to observe him. I came to watch out whether I can believe him. I came to look at what others are trying to do. And I was disappointed initially. Because I came with an attitude that conferences are supposed to be done in a much better way. The standards of running a conference should be even higher than what I saw at that time, 2015. But I forgot the fact that this is a very real company, a very personable and passionate company. By the end of that seminar, I was very impressed. Impressed not by the change of standard, but impressed by what I saw the chairman did. All right, he moves about on his own. He doesn't have an entourage of private secretary and bodyguards and people like that. He doesn't turn people away when they want to take a picture with him. All right, and he is always very personable. And that impressed me. But what is it about this man and the company that can offer us the road to success? And that is what I was very interested in, and I continue to walk on this journey. The road to success, the company motto. Now, what you're going to see on the slides following here, I'd like you to take a good hard look. Because I want to challenge you to think again. Remember, if you are young, you may choke on it. If you are old, you may also choke on it. Figuratively young in terms of Atomy age, old in terms of Atomy age, all right? Not your chronological age. And in any case, chronological age, you cannot choose. It's compulsory. Maturity is up to is your choice. You can choose what is your real age. Okay, so let's move on. Remember this in the past, the company motto. I want to talk about the company motto and its implication on the road to success. I want to challenge your thoughts, if I can, this afternoon, that without the company motto, your road to success will be very, very bumpy. Your road to success may even throw you off course. Your road to success depends on a fundamental, and the fundamental now is being described in the company motto. So let's examine the company motto a little bit more. I know a lot of us read it and it makes common sense because it's English. However, I want to go beyond that English words to look at the spirit behind all these things, right? The chairman talks about the spirit. The chairman talks about the mind of learning. The chairman talks about how we can lift out, and then how we can contribute. And all four elements is actually described in the company motto. It is. So let's dissect it and let's take a look. Today now, the company motto, you can see, is further described in this manner. And so let's take a look at cherish the spirit. I'd like to ask for your attention to look at the words again. Cherish the spirit. There are no better words to describe because let's go into it. What is cherish? How do I cherish? How do you cherish? You all have a definition of cherish. I have my definition of cherish, but let me share with you what is my perception on cherish. How do I do that? Well, I regard it as precious. I regard it as something dear. I want to protect it and I want to prolong it. I want to cherish. Is Atomy something that is precious? Is the road to success, your journey that you're on right now, is this something that you would protect it and prolong it? Now, we run the risk of measuring Atomy in your own standard. But I like to think of Atomy and the road to success as like you're thrown into a competition swimming pool. Anybody been thrown into a competition swimming pool ever? Army boys? Definitely. And when you throw in there, you're not going to talk about whether the water fits you, right? You better learn how to swim. And I remembered I only swam the breaststroke. But finally, when I want to enjoy swimming, I must apply myself, and I did eventually. The breaststroke, the freestyle, the backstroke, the butterfly stroke. And I did all those things because I apply myself to the competition pool. I even learned to jump into the competition pool without moving my hands. How do you do it? Just hold your breath, go right down to the bottom. The moment your leg touch the bottom of the pool, you kick yourself up again, catch your breath again, and go right down, and you can travel from one end to the other end of the pool. Just doing all the diphthongs, And that's one of the ways we overcome the fear of being in the pool. I don't know about you, but when I taught the students how to do that, a lot of them were very afraid to be in the pool. They must first overcome fear, and the first thing they need to do is to have a skill to understand how to play in the pool, the framework. I was just telling my team the other day, the concept of thinking outside the box does not apply because people go all over the place outside the box. They do anything they want, they run all over the place. I'd rather you stay in the box of Atomy, the framework that is set for you, and you explore every nook and corner of that box. And once you learn that box, it's time to expand and make it an even bigger box. And again, explore the nooks and corners. Because within that context, you can fully express and achieve what you have. If you go outside the box, a lot of things is possible, but you have no sense of context. You have no sense of applicable condition to describe what you are doing, whether you are right or you are wrong. So stay within the box. Explore every area before you will go for a bigger box. Because that has been my experience. I've worked with all sorts of people all this while. And I realized that I need to cherish something such as the hope, such as a pleasant memory. I keep it in my mind for a long period of time. The experiences. Your experiences may be real, but your experiences may not be helpful. So it does not mean that when you experience certain thing, that is the way it is. It may not. It depends on which part of the box you're in or whether you're outside the box. I cherish someone or I cherish something and I take good care of it because I care and I love them. Which means if Atomy is something that you like It's something that is the road to success that you have for a long time and now you find you liked it. Your job now is to hold it, treasure it, cherish it, protect it. Don't let that be taken away from you. Pandemic or no pandemic, don't let that be taken away from you. It's got to be something that you decidedly hold on to it, protect it, keep the box, explore every corner, and you will be able to know more and use it very well. You cherish a right, and you have a right as Atomy member to buy the products, to earn some points. You have privilege to receive the commission that the company gives you, the bonus and all that when you meet it upon you so that you can do things right and do right things right. So regard that as important and work hard to keep it. That's how I cherished. And I challenge you to think about those words, how you cherish. Is Atomy all about points, PV? Is Atomy all about go get people? As if people can be gotten just like that. Or is Atomy about having now you cherish them? Do you have a team of people with you? Do you have some downline, so to speak? Some members in your team, in your lineage? The hardworking one, you work with them. The not hardworking one, you forgot about them. Is that the right way? I don't have an answer, but it depends on whether you're exploring the box or you've gone outside the box. Oh, I want to move on. I want to work with the capable ones. I want to work with those who are very active, with those who can challenge for mastership, and so on and so forth. So are you milking the cow or are you rearing the child? Right? So the point I'm trying to make is that the cherish is the very first fundamental response towards people, because Atomy is a people business. So how do I cherish then? The spirit. Did you cherish the opportunity? Oh, I can get points. Oh, I can earn money. Or are you cherishing the spirit? And what exactly is that? The non-physical part of a person. But we all measure people with our naked eyes. This person is rich. This person carries branded stuff. Surely they can challenge for mastership without any problem. Does challenging for mastership mean spending money? Or does challenging for mastership means helping the person to master themselves? Their fear, their courage, their planning skills, their marketing skills, and so on. The non-physical part of a person, the characteristics of a person as being separate from the body. You look at a partner and the person is overweight. You look at a partner and the person is scrawny. You look at a partner and the person is like, not impressive. How do you cherish the spirit? Actually, you cherish the spirit of the opportunity. And the spirit of the opportunity that Atomy presents to us is for us to reach out to people who needs love and not the people that you choose that you can easily love. So Atomy is a lot of us learning how to become better people. It's the road to success. I know many people may not like to hear about this. They just want to hear about money. Well and good. I promise you, when you chase after the right principle and the truth, the money will come. If you chase after money, it may not come. It may even run away from you. You chase after money, all you have further down the road will be money. You may not have EQ, IQ, whatever Q, may not have those enough because all you have is money. But I ask you to reconsider cherishing the spirit. What does it really mean? Why do the chairman spend time and put this as the number one thing for you to succeed. No, it's not about getting more people. That is helpful. But there are people who have many, many people. Have you come across somebody who has got thousands of people on one side, millions of PV every now and then, and never did anything in their own, by their own effort in another team? Right? Everyone manages 2 teams. The part of the human that is associated with the mind, the will, and the feelings, that is what we want to cherish. You want to cherish the spirit, the effort, as well as the perspective and the hope of the person, right? The essential nature of someone. When you introduce someone to Atomy, do you look at the hope that this person is trying to go for? Are you familiar with that? So that was what I asked myself. Because the most trying years of my life, not because of COVID-19, but because I went to a period where partners walked away because they don't share the same vision anymore. After a while, things happen. Some partners doubted what we are trying to do for them because people are opting outside the box. So anything goes. They forgot there is a context, which is called within the box, that we need to operate in and do very well. And then you will enjoy the fruits that is offered within that context, within that framework. It has been the most trying time of my life. However, because I cherish the spirit, I want you to know that I'm driving on an Airbus A500, not even 380. 380 can only take you 800 over passenger. I am doing an Airbus 500 because I plan to take 972 auto sales master with me before we take off. And that is the road to success. You have to have a mental picture. You have to have the right idea. Then you cherish it, protect it, prolong it. And then you will go very far. COVID or no COVID. After COVID comes pandemic. After pandemic comes, I don't know, panic. What have you? I also want to tell you that observing what's going on around the world, the next 5 years is not going to be an easy ride. It's going to be a very bumpy ride, and I can promise you there will be many, many moments all of us must make very personal decision that implicates your life. Number one that has just started is called vaccination. Got the idea? Some people yes, some people no, some people don't know, and some people pretend not to know. Very challenging times. But all the more, you must be clear in your mind, cherish the spirit within the Atomy context so that you are and you stay on the road to success. May I add, the road to personal success, the road to breakthrough. It is already defined for you. There is no more human error because the success system is in place. The human error can only come from you if you fail to measure and to manage. Cherish the spirit. After those years of experience, I realize now, at the end of the day, it's your response. Any situation, any challenges, any difficulty, your response. What you have is your perspective. The question I ask myself is not whether it is real, whether your feelings is real, whether your facts are correct. The question I ask myself is whether it is helpful. If it doesn't help you in your situation, change your mind. The perspective can be changed. It is not cast in stone. It is subject to your will, your memory, your imagination, your emotion, and your intellect, which is called the mind. And unless you are all learning very well every day, we are always subject to the challenges there. I also realize, as what the chairman also pointed out just now, respect. People comes with all shapes and sizes, all kinds of thoughts, all kinds of attitudes. We respect them. We do. You don't have to be right. And you don't have to be right all the time. My attitude about cherishing is in a given conflict, in a given moment where there are differences, my objective will be to restore. Bring people back to the road to success. Bring people back to the framework, the context. Bring people back to the fact that Atomy has set up for you the road to success. It has. Let's stay on it. If you break away because the roads get bumpy, you trip on a stone here and there, because there are some issues here and there, and it will be there, because when you talk about money, you know there's always some degree of sensitivity. But your focus is about cherishing the spirit, not about missing your flush, not about missing your points, missing your bonus. The spirit comes down to relationship. Relationship. So recently, I have this argument with one of my partners. Is it about mastership, maintaining mastership, or is it about relationship with the people that you have? Argument is in a discussion. And I had this conclusion, consistent with the idea of cherishing the spirit, and I want to present that to you, and you can decide whether that is your road to success. Relationship, you can take with you for a very, very long time. In fact, in my opinion, it will go with you all the way into eternity. Whether you believe in eternity or not, but it will be there for a very, very long time, as compared to just money or just advantage. That is my experience about cherishing the spirit. Why relationships are more important? Look at this now. Just look at this. Relationship, more important. Are you looking at one another relating, or are you looking at the phone? Relating to the phone. So we ask ourselves that. What else? This is going to happen. People will be talking to machines. People will be dealing with. People will be loving machines rather than people, because it is easy to give up. There's no need for courage, but relating to people needs courage, needs time, us to change ourselves. That is what I have learned for the last few years when it comes to Atomy, when it comes to cherishing the spirit. When I think about it, why does the chairman talk about cherishing the spirit? How does that apply? Then I realized it is fundamental to everything. You want to be successful in Atomy, cherish the spirit. And the very first indication is whether you are willing to open your mouth and share because you care by sharing. You cannot share if you do not care. You can easily not share because you don't care. So if you really care, nothing will stop you from sharing. Be sure you share because you care. That is what we want to talk about in the last couple of minutes, cherishing the spirit. Now, let's integrate that into the next one. And the first two will settle all the rest of the company motto. When you have the right perspective and attitude, then we look at how you create the vision. This is a very interesting area because naturally a lot of us don't know how to create vision. We are never trained in it. We don't have the courage. We don't have the perseverance. And you think you either have it, imagine it, and then you'll be doing well. But actually that's creating the vision. So how do I do that? How do I do that? One word. How do you create the vision? One word. You produce something, or you bring about something, you bring into existence something that hasn't happened yet because you created it, and you do so by a course of action and behavior. That's all. By doing something, your vision is created. Vision is not created in your mind, as many of us think. It is settled in your mind when you take a course of action. Otherwise, it is just a flipping image, like watching movie. One page, and then the next page, and it's gone. That is not vision. That is just an idea. A vision must be acted out. Why? Because here is the reason now. Are you ready? Everybody staying with me? Okay. It begins in the mind, so you have the picture, right? You have the picture. It's very easy to have the picture. You look at somebody, wow, carrying branded stuff, driving a big car, living in a big house, having servants, not one, not two, but 5. Maybe having 3 wives, I don't know. But the point I'm trying to say is you look, you have a picture in your mind. So your picture is set up in your eyes, what you see. Can you see beyond what you see with your naked eyes? That is something to think about. First, your thoughts, right? Then you begin to speak about it. Your thoughts must be spoken. That's why we want you to come and share. That's why we want you to come and talk about your life scenario plan. That's why we want people to come and speak. Not because we lack people speaking, but we need people to speak their thoughts so that it is established even the more. So whenever you come here and speak, you speak for you. You don't speak for the people, because everybody have a choice what they want to do. And I was just sharing with someone, when you go up and share, you're doing it for yourself. So when I stand here, I believe it is a privilege that I'm able to stand here and share with you. And I thank the company, and I thank all of you for being willing to sit down and listen. And also those who are watching online live, that you're lending your ears to my words, because I wish to impart value with what I see on the road to success. The next one is action, because you are going to bring out your present world right now. Action is the one that creates the actual world. Every day, if you take action, your present world is created. Otherwise, it is in your imagined world. You wish, you desire, but it never happened, provided you take action. When you take action for a period of time, you will have the right habits. And all of us are people of good habits or bad habits. You have more good habits that makes you more successful, or you have more bad habits and you're just average and ordinary. And the chairman talks about rejecting the mediocre, the average, the people who don't have enough good habits. Build your habits by your action, because that delivers your daily outcomes. Every day you want result, you carry out the action. You speak the right words. You have the right thoughts. Then comes the behavior. Every day you go about your behavior, because that paints the pages of your story, your life story. Every page, it is painted every day by your behavior. What do? Your character becomes established over time. There is no such thing as I'm born like that. I am like that one. There's no such thing. Not only are you grammatically wrong, not only is this not a very good, not a desired Queen's language, more like Singlish, and it is Singlish. Some people are proud about it. Some people say, no, let's move on. Set up a higher standard. But that is exactly the case as a result of your thoughts, as a result of your words, your action, your habits, your behavior, and then your destiny. Herein is your road to success. Your destiny at the end depends on the thoughts, the vision. So do you have a vision? Are you acting out your vision? You do, maybe you don't, but the important thing is, are you acting out? Are you taking action? Are you doing it? And this thing just go on and on and on. The thoughts, the words, the action, the habits, the behavior, the character, and the destiny. And then it comes back again because you will have a closed loop feedback comes back to your mind. My thoughts is correct. I strengthen it. I prolonged it. I cherish it. And then comes the words, the action, the habits, the behavior, the character, the destiny. Your destiny puts you in your place forever. That is destiny. So I dare you to do those things because that's what Transcend the Dimension is all about. Lift your thoughts, your desire of something in the future right here and now by taking action every day. That is the road to success. It is not about what you get. It is not about all the various features of the road to success, but it is the action. You take it and you do it. You believe it as if it is already happening. And you do that, you are transcending the dimension. The future brought forward to right here and now. Because you do not measure it with your physical eyes, but you measure it with your spiritual eyes. The eyes that is receptive to the spirit realm, which is the innermost you, the intuitive you, the you that you know, the innermost you. And that is what Atomy wants you to experience on the road to success, because when you get a good handle on that, your road to success becomes clearer, becomes easier, becomes more assured for the people who are with you, which I'm going to talk about in a moment's time. So vision with action. Vision is action. So if you have vision, it's not enough. Vision is action. So today you find that you have vision, but you're not carrying out action. Something is wrong. You haven't got it right. Never mind. Just decide and you will get it right. So do you have a dream? How many of you have a dream? Put up your hands. You have a dream. I have a dream. I have a dream. And your dream is? And your dream is? Show it tomorrow. Show it every day. So simple. That's why the chairman is so confident. This is the road to success. We just need to do two things. Enjoy your products, great experience with your products, and care by sharing the people, your contacts with your story. You take that action because you believe it is a good thing to do. In fact, a lot of us are already doing it. Hey, this place, the bak kut teh is very nice. That place, the chicken rice is very nice. Don't go to the other one, come to this one. You tell people that all the time, isn't it? You tell people, hey, Amazon, buy one, get two free. You tell people, what other places with opportunity. You just announce it, you just share and just tell people because you care. You want people to enjoy the same benefit. What about Atomy? It's the same thing. And many haven't heard about Atomy. And many haven't heard about Atomy enough to come out with a response. So your job is to tell enough until there is a response. So your vision based on the right spirit that you cherish. And now we talk about follow the faith. Again, a very interesting area. Faith, like vision, is not a concept. Faith is an action word as well. We have a vision, and we know vision is action. But how do you keep this action into the habits? Remember, just now we talked about action, becoming habits, becoming character, becoming your destiny, your behavior, your character, your destiny. Right? It is the faith. And it is just follow. What else? Isn't it a simple thing to require of you? Follow. Follow. So what does that mean? How did I follow for the last 5 years? Oh, 5 years, 2015 till now. Yep, it's 5 years. I add in the time when I was part-time, the time that I was full-time, the time that I was partially full-time and fully part-time, plus the time I had no time. All added up together, I look at it, I am already on the road to success, and you are already on the road to success the moment you decided that you want to benefit from what Atomy has offered for you. How do I follow? I move close, don't stay afar. I move close as is possible, right behind this ideal that you have. So the company talks about being and speed and balance. I move close to it. I do apply myself as much as I can towards the principle there. Because the foundation, the fundamental of the success in Atomy has to do with the principle. Because if you get it wrong, you go another direction. Move close to it. Go in the same direction, follow the principle. It's a little challenging now, food for thought. Follow your leader or follow the principle. I know of many people who follow the leader and then they got disappointed because leaders are also human beings. And human beings are all fallible. We all make mistakes. We all do. Yet again, it is the principle that must be expressed through the human person. The principle doesn't just fly around in the air. It is seen and it is demonstrated in the actual person. So leaders, I challenge you, you call yourself a leader, exhibit, demonstrate, showcase the principles. Cherishing the spirit, having vision in action, having faith. So now we follow faith in the same pace, because faith can come and faith can go, because right after faith or competing for faith is the other four-letter word. Anybody want to guess? No faith means another F word, four-letter F word, yucks. Yucks, all right, it's called fear. You either have faith or you have fear. There is no in between. So if you don't have faith, no need to test, no need to examine, no need to go for any kind of checkup. Definitely is fear. If you want to be sure you don't have fear, then you will be taking a lot of action because you are so full of faith. I share with you all these things not because I know better, but because I've seen a lot of these things happen. Also professionally, when I did the program in University of Pennsylvania, we talk about cognitive therapy, we talk about resilience, we understand how the mind works. So we talk about faith, we talk about fear, we talk about how the mind works. So follow and do because it resonates in you. Somehow inside you agree. You want this same thing. You like it, you are attracted towards it. Then follow. Do it. So the leaders came. For the first time, I do not know them, but the then Crown Master who later became. And then, even though there's just a few of them, she spent time with us to guide us, to lead us. So that's why I tell you, leaders, you need to lead. All of you need to lead. You don't lead, you will be led by something else, by someone else. If you do not take control and lead, you will be following. So you need to follow, but at the same time, you need to lead. Others can follow. All right? Because it's such an important thing to do. So how I follow? What do you hope for in your life scenario? What do you hope for? What do you believe in? And then you go for it from the inside of what you see, so that you may not see it on the outside. And it's okay. I'm not Leaders Club yet. I'm not Royal Leaders Club yet. I'm not Imperial Master yet. I do not see. But it is coming from inside me to decide where I am going. So go for that which you see on the inside. So my question to you is, what do you see? You can't see anything on the inside without the vision, without the spirit, without the vision, and without following somebody who had it, because you need to catch it. You need to catch it. So follow your faith, not your fear. Why? Because I want you to know experientially and from most of the counseling that I did professionally, as well as people who have medical condition and all that, faith is better. You either have fear or either have faith. But I can assure you, faith is better, anytime better than what else you have inside us. Okay? We all heard about this, right? Are you with me? We all heard about this. Faith can move the mountain. Good for you. Faith can. At the same time, your doubt can create the mountains. So don't create the mountains. Just have your faith, because faith cannot create mountains. So if you have faith, there will be no more mountains. Oh, they say no to me. Oh, it's so difficult to convince people. Your faith must be bigger than your fear. In fact, if you find yourself having to convince somebody, you are in the wrong process. You are in a sale process. We are not in the sales process. Atomy doesn't want you to go out there and sell. If I read Atomy correctly, and I read it as it is for us to go out there and share, not go out there and sell. So if you go out there and sell, you end up convincing people to buy your product. You end up talking about whether this product is better than that. You end up talking about what is so good about products, and then you get stuck in this type of comparison. And your doubts will build and build and build because you fear losing your customers, you fear not being able to convince them, and you fear not being able to bring them into the family. So that's why you need to plan your life for lasting success. Way back 2019, I was already looking at that. Lasting success is what you want. Don't be a sales master, hip hip hooray, and then the next day nothing happens. Nobody buys stuff, you don't have PV, right? And you're back to square one. It's very important. Lasting success, and lasting success need your faith actions. You may not be a sales master yet, act like one. Before you become a sales master, you're not diamond master yet, act like I'm not imperial master yet, but that is what I'm building up myself to be. And you should as well, because we are on the road to success, and you're going to get there anyways, so long as you do not stop moving forward. Finally, serve in humility. Serve in humility. And the best way to share with you how to do that is this. Are you prepared to indulge with me? Okay, and also to keep you awake? Can we all stand up? Those online, watching live, wherever you are, you can also stand up. For the next 1 minute, we want to observe sports environment. Have you heard of 1 minute silence? When somebody great passed away, there was a 1 minute silence to respect. I'd like us all to do a 1 minute silence to your old self. Let them die, let them pass away, your thoughts, your doubts, your disbelief, your lack of confidence, your so-called failure, whatever it is. Let's observe 1 minute silence and let them rest in peace forever. 1 minute. Think about the past. Let them lie down, rest in peace. Your doubts, your disbelief, your lack of confidence, rest in peace forever, because that's not the truth. It is not. All right, thank you. And be seated. Everybody okay? Everybody believe that the old has gone and the new has come? It is. It is just a changing of your mind. You just do a simple task. And I challenge you every day, 1 minute, die the old self, resurrect the new one. The one who is on the road to success and the one who will go out there cherishing the spirit, creating the vision every day by taking action, following the faith because you act out the action, and now you serve with humility. If you do that 1 minute silence and die the old self, die the failure, and die all those things that doesn't help you, make you discouraged, created mountains and doubts for you, let them die, resurrect up, renew every day. The sun rises up every day. So I challenge you to let the sun of your life rise up every day. This is not some psychological trick, but this is a very important cognitive change, whereby your brain cells will die in that 1 minute. It does, literally, biologically. And hereafter, you build new brain cells when you carry out the action. You make up your mind and you go out there and you go and care and share. Never mind about the results. If you go out there and look for your 100K PV for the day or 300K PV for the day because you have a target and all that, you may be disappointed and you're back and stuck with the idea of the sales process all over again. Go out there, care and share, not go out there and sell and get the PV. Some people may differ, it's okay. It's not an opinion, but I present to you as much as I can based on scientific evidence that that's the way you will get an upper hand. How do I serve? I want to demonstrate how I serve. And I'd like you to bear with me. Recently, I have some feedback from some of my partners, and they didn't like me. Some find me too busy for them. Of course, I'm too busy. If you come to the center, I'm a one-man show. I do all sorts of things. I'm too busy for you. Unless you make an appointment and we sit down and put things aside, try to make arrangement and talk to you. I'll be happy to do that. Somebody complained I'm not so friendly because they came to collect their orders and they want to exchange their product because they made the wrong order. I say next door is quite near. Next door called the head office is quite near. But actually, I would love to change the product because I have some extra inventory. I'm willing to change the product, but the person was not to wait because I was serving someone else. So I had my difficulty. But now before you, I just want to demonstrate. And online, I know it's live, and I boldly do that because the old has died, the new come alive this very moment, and I want to demonstrate that. So I want to apologize to my partners. And I want to say I'm sorry if I did not make you feel comfortable and happy when you came to the center. Being busy is not an excuse. And I apologize because I want to do better. I want to serve better. And if you are hearing me, all right, and you will hear me and you take my word for it, then give me a chance over the next couple of weeks, couple of months to show that I mean it. Because every day we will practice, and I challenge you all to practice. 1 minute, die the old self of yesterday. Today, arise with new vigor, new strength. You are on the road to success. You are. So in the way that you serve, your actions, your behavior, that is how we serve in humility. Don't bluff, huh? If you bluff and you cheat, you are sincere about it. So I opened a center. I could have just been happily be a Atomy member, reach out to people and earn the PV and earn the money. No, but I opened a center because I want to commit my service. I want to express the service that I serve people. I want to be able to demonstrate how it is being done. I want a home for my people. And of course, anybody else who feels that there is home enough, you are welcome to come to Commonwealth Drive. Because just here we drive wealth for common, all of us ordinary people. And wealth is health, income, and time, so that you can hit your goals in life. So I open the place so that I can serve. I demonstrate what is serving. Okay, how do I serve? Well, it's not how we do. It is why we do. And why I do? Well, basically I help them get it. I help the people get it. And I challenge you to have this in your mind, because this must from the Atomy lifestyle. The Atomy lifestyle is an integrated lifestyle, spirit, mind, and body. The Atomy lifestyle will bring you the income, will bring you the benefits, but first thing first, which is cherish the spirit, create the vision, follow the faith, serve with humility, just like Atomy themselves, the corporate office, they are doing that. And if you were to do that, you will know what is the next step to success. Guess what's the next step to success? It is still Him and all the rest of the products. It is still the online shopping and training portal and a lot more, the channel Atomy. And now the corporate have its own separate website that you can go in and look at the company. It is also the other mall that is inside the Korean website, though we cannot access it, but it gives us a sense of what it means to be buying anytime, any amount, anywhere you like. GS, and so on. It is also about channel Atomy, but now a lot more with the various speakers, a lot more experiences, a lot more opportunity for you to define the context of the box so that you can go in and explore every nook and corner. Principle practice, don't change anything. Follow the principle practice. Follow the leader, but let the leaders show forth principle practice. Follow and embrace the company motto, because the chairman thought a lot about it. 4 will be enough, because it will help you love more, learn more, live more, and build more. Spirit, mind, body, community. And ladies and gentlemen, with that, we will see you at the top. Thank you so much, everyone.